Hey, it's me, Tony T.C. Coleman, with my Drummer Knows Best podcast. And we're doing part two. DK, he's back. We're talking about how we met and everything again, and letting you know why he's where he is and doing what he's doing. DK. Hey, Tony T.C. Coleman, Drummer Knows. That's what I'm talking about. Subscribe, like, and share on all platforms. So now you got your career going, and
By all means, continue.
why, why are you looking at me like that?
Because I'm waiting for you said now you got your career going. I'm waiting for the
Okay, so how did you feel when you went when you went on the cruise ship and you didn't get paid? I paid you what I could, which was like a couple of free meals, and I told you I paid for the meals, but they were free on the boat. But you know anyway. Uh, how did you feel when you finally got on the ship and got able to be around some musicians that were that you knew? And were you excited about that before you had your record? Remember?
yes. So I give all credit to Jim Q for making. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a low blow. I'm sorry. Okay. So to answer your question,
See, some things ain't funny.
oh, you hurt now? I'm sorry, pumpkin. So
I'm trying to find something. Go ahead.
no, don't find your harmonica because we're talking. Uh, so or your banjo. Nobody want to hear that.
I got my banjo. You want to hear it?
Please. No, Tony, we telling stories.
Okay, go ahead.
So I felt very good about it. I remember the days leading up to the whole uh, possibility of it, well, the whole plan of it possibly, happening, because I remember I was on my way to Brazil, South America, and that was like September, I want to say, or August of 22, and the day before we flew out, you and I had a phone call about it, and he was like, "Look, I told you I was gonna get you on the ship. Just just come. You think I'm old, you know?"
That's
And
not what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Just give me a second.
Why you gotta be? I
And
told you I was gonna get you on the ship. That ain't the part I'm talking about.
I'm getting there. Just look. If you can build up a story, let me build up a story. All right. I don't interrupt you when you build up your story. Let me build up my story. Okay. Let me
Okay,
tell my own side of the portion of the story. Okay. And then you get your
okay,
own
come on.
cornbread. All right. Now, uh, so of course, you say, "Hey, I got you on the ship," and da 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 da. And I said, "Okay, thank you." And it was like I can only pay you so much. And I said, "Tony, that's fine." So I'm just happy for the opportunity. And when I was on the ship, and Nate Wingfield, man, Nate is a good guy.
He is. We're gonna be doing some stuff together. We're working on stuff
Vernon,
right now.
no, is it Vernon Green or Varney Green?
Barney,
Varney.
trombone player, Barney.
Trombone. That's a funny cat, man.
Yeah, he is. Barney, he's badass trombone player.
I
Good
love
guy.
Varney.
Good guy.
Uh,
Good guy.
Um,
Rod Allen.
Rod Allen. We had the white boy on sax. I can't think of his name. You know who I'm talking about. I think he was a sax or trumpet.
On sax. No, you're talking about a trumpet player. Anyway, I just want to know how you felt. I didn't want to know the details.
Okay. Tony, I felt cheap. No, no, I felt well, I put like this on. I'm very big on taking things in stride. I it's not ungrateful about it. I accept it for what it is, and of course I'm excited. And I'm always in the mindset of, especially when I'm around you guys, the legends, and I'm playing with you guys. The thing that is on my mind at all times is I got to get this right.
Yeah.
So, like with the rehearsals, I had forgot the lyrics to to I Believe to My Soul or Outside Help, as
I
some
always
people.
forget lyrics. Whatever. I forget
Oh,
beats.
I know. I know. That ooh,
Hey,
when we did
I can
that,
say it. You don't need to say it. I can say it.
ooh, y'all, let me tell y'all a great story. We did we
How did
did
you
BB
feel? I said, how
King's.
did you feel, man?
I'm
Go
telling you
ahead.
how I feel. I'm telling you. So this is how I felt when we did the BB King Museum expansion. And
Oh gosh.
and we were we were doing You Upset Me, Baby. Tony, so Tony says, all right, we're gonna do Upset Me. So Tony's kid is here. I'm on the left side of Tony sitting on my amp. You got the horn players in front of us. You got Michael Dawson beside him, and uh Selwyn Birchwood is like playing rhythm guitar on the other side of me. And you got other people
Selwyn's
sitting.
great too, man. Selwyn's
I
great.
love Selwyn. So I saw Selwyn, I want to say a month or two ago in Kansas City. Um, but yeah, other guest artist Tom Worth is on the side. You got Keith Robinson. So anyway, so we started the song. One, two, three, ah. Ba 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 da 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 ba ba da but Tony go ho 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 ho. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. So everybody's like, okay, Varney. Boom, 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 boom. And Tony go, wait. Is that intro really that long? Now, I'll tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why this is so funny, because this is the same man who was just telling me 2 songs prior. Now, how you gonna do this song like that? I play with the man 30 years. You gotta sing from your soul, sing from your heart, sing from your gut. And then 2 songs later, he going, is that really how long that song is? Is that really how long? And Varney without missing a beat. And Varney was so professional that it wasn't even a shot, but I loved how he said it. He looks at his sheet music and he goes, oh yeah, Tony, it's that long. That's how it is. That's how it's written out. And you got this why I learned professionalism. You go, okay, kick it off. One, two, three, ba-na-na. And then you were singing a song. Where's she? And so I'm playing rhythm, and I go 36 in the bus. 36 in the butt, 28 in the waist, 28 in the waist, 44 in the hip, 44 in the hip. She got real crazy legs, real crazy legs. You upset me. And I thought it was so funny
Why is that
because
funny?
you got on my case.
And I didn't know the words.
You didn't know the words.
Well, a
But
lot of artists don't know the words.
hold on. Don't get
they
hostile.
have
Hey,
teleprompters on. They have
hey.
teleprompters on. Go ahead.
Hey, calm down. This is all in good spirit. So you had to make it all serious and tense. Now everybody gonna be uncomfortable and blasting us on social media, arguing. You over here getting all hostile. And then I'm just telling you about a moment that you told me to talk. You said it's gonna be a moment. Told me to tell my story how I felt. I felt good. Now I know you talked about the ship, but see, we done been on the ship several times. So if you talking about the recent ship trip, then we can talk about that. If you're talking about when we first did it together, we can talk about that. So you gotta be specified.
More specific about it. No,
Yeah. So
I'm talking about the first time because I recall you were like, man, I just need a break. I just need a break. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. What I was talking about is like you were like concerned, like, man, I want to play, man. I need a break. I need a break so bad, blah blah. And I'm like, you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. And you
we was
went
in the
on
back of the
there.
ship. I remember
Hmm?
that.
What's
We was in
that?
the back. We was in the back of the ship getting ready to go on the world stage. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that.
And then basically what I'm saying is you were kind of concerned about, wow, I wonder if I'm ever gonna get that opportunity. And I was like, yeah, man, yeah, you're gonna be fine, man. Don't worry about it. You was like, I don't know. And look at you now.
Well, Tony, at the time, and a lot of people don't know this, at the time, and I'm not making excuses, just giving you the reason behind that mindset I was in. I was homeless March of 22 to January of 23. I really had no income coming in. I actually, right before we started, I was looking through these papers and found an old check from when I was on disability. Well, it wasn't disability, excuse me. It was leave of absence from work. And they were paying me chump change of my check to make ends
Right.
meet. So it was tough. So yeah, at that time I was in a very uh I guess you can say a dark place, but I didn't let it stop me from being from having perseverance. And then of course people like you know, were in my corner. Because even though I didn't give such in-depth detail about it, uh, you know, still for you all to be to have enough heart to go, you know, hey, I understand it's gonna be fine. You know, stay on the path, and you know, you're doing everything that you need to do. You'll be fine. You know, um, which for all I think for most people when they're in that situation of you know, kind of fight or flight or you know, survival mode. You know, we all have those doubts and those insecurities. Um, I mean, but I credit I credit several people for the success that I have today,
Absolutely.
and that's Robert Terrell, you, Jim, Russell Jackson, um, Kid Anderson, Jerry Jamai. Like, just I have I have so many people
Yeah.
that I want to give flowers to while they're here.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what was really big to me because I tell people all the time, even though we may not you know, break bread together every day, or we may not talk every day. The love and respect that I have for those who helped me get where I am today,
Yeah,
I
man.
never stop loving them. I never forget them. So that's why I message you the way I do because we were able to establish something. You know, that humor is the love. That hey, I want you to come do this with me, and we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, okay, Tony, whatever you want, let's do it the way you want it. You, why you always got to ruin a good moment? Why are you like this?
Because you trying to make me show a side to me that I don't like to show.
No, man, like, and like, I'm being like as serious as a heart attack right
I
now.
know. I love you, dude.
I can't.
And I
Oh no, I'm gonna
appreciate
get
you.
this out, Tony. You ain't finna interrupt me
Go ahead.
with the way the way that I lit up 7, 8 years ago when I met you, and when I met Russell. I still light up like that to this day,
Excuse me.
and we can be seeing each other like recently we were on the ship, you know, every day and every time we saw each other, I'm you know, I'm already like a kid in a candy store, like there's Tony, you know, and it's like, and when I tell you things in private, which I will make public, when I tell you things like, you know, I'm sitting at home and I'm thinking about all the people that have been involved with my career and my life, personally and professionally. I shed a few tears sometimes because I know that you know the time that I have with you guys is it's time that I you know really have to you know take advantage of and use wisely because we don't know when we're gonna lose
That's true.
you know the ones that paved the way you know it's such a hard pill to swallow and I hate swallowing it too because it's like man I wish I could go back in time. I want to see the I want to be able to meet the Tony from, you know, 26-year-old Tony and 20 and 27-year-old Russell Jackson. And, you know, like I wish I could go back in time, but what matters is taking the time that I have now and being so grateful to have the opportunity because you guys didn't have to talk to me. You guys don't have to support me. You guys don't even have to look my way, but the fact that you all sat there and said, you know, I want to know this young brother on a personal level and a professional level, and make it about love and music, which is the whole reason why we do this in the first place, is the love for the music and the love
Yeah.
for the people. I mean, I can't express enough that gratitude I have for you guys. And when you guys' time come, that's gonna be a hard day for me. I can't lie. There's gonna be a day that I'm probably gonna need a few moments to, you know, just go through all those memories and be like, man, I love that dude. Like I love that dude. And what makes it, the icing on the cake too, is that you guys were part of one of my biggest influences band. Like you guys, helped BB to be BB, helped him to be, to perform comfortably on stage, to be himself on stage. And some side men, as they labeled you guys, don't get that picture that we are here to make this person's job easier and comfortable. But at the same time, we don't still enjoy it while making this person be able to do what they need to do.
Right.
But also having that personal relationship off of the stage to where he could mess with you on the stage. And which we created those moments ourselves a few times when we play with each other, whether it be in the studio or on stage where we where we
Keep
mess
on. I'm
with
gonna
each other.
tell on you what you did in the studio.
Okay, you know what? Since you brought it up, now I gotta wipe away tears because see, you done started something now, and I'm finna finish it.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, okay, okay, okay.
no,
I'm stop. I'm stop.
no. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a true story, and I'm gonna tell my version because Tony always try to blame me. Picture it: Greaseland Studios, 2023. This was the month of, I want to say, March. Yeah, because we released the record in June. So this was March, right after Tony and I did the January Blues Cruise. It was a nice, decent day. I want to say it was a little cloudy this day in San Diego. And we were, or San Jose. It's Greaseland in San Jose? Yeah, San
San
Jose.
Jose.
And so we have the wonderful, talented, highly respected, you know, uh, bass, maestro, Jerry Jamat, Mr. Gerald Jerry Jamat.
Played on the Thrill is Gone.
The Thriller's gone. I mean, played with King Curtis. I think he did some sessions with Franklin, Charles, Ray Charles.
I'm gonna get him on the podcast too.
You should get, man. So anyway, and we took a break. We took a little slight break from recording. And this is when we were recording The Right Man, so everybody know which record. And Jerry gets up and excuses himself to the facilities or the laboratory, or lavatory as they call it. Uh, and Tony is sitting on the organ bench with his walking stick because Tony had recently had some work done. I want to say on his knees, and we were sitting there talking, and I was seated closer to the door of the entrance of Greaseland. If you've been there, you know the layout. And Jerry had to walk behind Tony to get to the laboratory. And as Jerry was coming back from the facilities,
You pushed
Mr.
him. You
Jemima,
tripped him down,
no,
and he fell.
ho, ho, ho.
You did that to Mister Jamal.
Gotta make all the noise so nobody hear you. Jerry is coming back, and he's about to pass Tony. But as he passes Tony, he very slowly falls on the entire drum kit. Boom, 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 fly. Kid Anderson is in the engineering booth. So And of course, if you know kid keeps the microphones on at all times.
See, Mr. Jamont, you hear this? See, he gonna be
So
he gonna be upset with you.
so I set my guitar down and I
Jerry's
haven't
gonna
got
be
up
up.
yet.
Jerry's gonna be upset with you for this.
No, because I already told Mr. Jamont that you be telling this story. So I I didn't get up, but I put the guitar down. I said, Mr. Jamont, are you okay? And he goes, yeah, I'm fine. I don't know how I fell. And I said, well, is it a cable loose or anything? And he said, no. And Tony is sitting there with his walking stick. He's got it just like this. He's not resting on it, but he's got his hands on it. And he looks at Mr. Jamada and he says, damn, Jerry. And in the moment, it was not funny. But in my head, I'm thinking, now, Tony, this man done fell on the kid, and all you got to say is, well, damn, Jerry. And so Mr. Jamite goes and and kid comes around the corner and goes, what happened here? And I
How did
said,
he
Miss,
say it? How did he say it?
what happened here?
ah,
And and I go, well, Mr. Jamite, I said, Mr. Jamite fell, on the kid. He goes, Jerry, are you okay? Jerry's like, yeah, I'm fine. I just don't know how I feel. He goes,
Thank God he was fired. But why you have to sound like kid? Jerry, are
because
you okay?
that's how he said. He goes, there's no cables. I don't know how that occurred. And and so kid is getting the drum kit together and all that. He sets everything back in place. And he goes back in the engineering booth. So Jerry gets up one more time, not to go to the laboratory. I think he like
Ah,
went
ah.
to the kitchen. No, or he was straightening up something in his section, in his little section. But he stood up, and Tony is kind of quiet. Tony don't misses a beat again. Tony goes, "Now, Jerry, if you fall on the drums again, I ain't gonna help you up. I'm a laugh." And I looked at Tony and I said, "You didn't help him up the first time." And and Tony just went, "Well, I'm just saying, and we just left it alone after that. Mr. Jamont didn't say nothing. And and we recorded a record that ended up being, I don't know if you know this, Tony, The Right Man ended up being the second most played blues record in the United States from
Really?
23 to 24. Yes, sir.
Really? Oh,
The second,
congratulations.
the second most, and Tony called me with his shades on in his truck, and he said, son, this is some of the best shuffling I've ever done in my life. Who is that shuffling? That's the best shuffling I've ever done in my life. Ooh, listen to that shuffle. And he was on Facebook Live playing the record. Y'all go listen to this new record by this is Tony. Y'all go listen to this record by DK Harrell, The Right Man. That's me on drums. Get this record. Get it. Get
You
it.
can't imitate me. You can't imitate me.
So, you know, and I think we did great for the
Anyway,
first.
that was a funny story if you would have been there because God knows we don't want nothing to happen to Jerry falling down,
No,
but you had to be there. It was pretty funny, to
because in all honesty, people who are going to be watching, Mr. Jamont failed. He failed out in the slowest way, so I kind of figured he didn't hurt himself. But Jerry is also he's not a stocky, heavy set dude. He's real slim because I want to say he's Muslim now. I think, or Buddhist,
no, he does he does Buddhism.
Buddhism. So he's
Namyo
very big
Renge
on
Kyo,
health.
Namyo Renge Kyo.
Yeah. So oh man, Alabama Mike brought hot tamales to the session, which were very good. And Jerry Demott is, doing the chant, Nam Yo Ho Renge Kyo. And Tony leaned over and he said, Jerry, why are you sneezing all over your food like that, man? And Mr. Demott was like, excuse me? And he goes, all that stuff you're doing all over your food. What you doing to your
People
food?
don't know how the fun part of this. They think this is mean. We don't need to tell them.
No, that was funny. And
It's just
you
trying to
know,
have fun, man. That's all.
And you're right. And that's another thing. People take certain things too serious. These are all jokes, people, but these are true stories that were funny because these are the things that happen. I mean, it's, if you don't make it fun, then you just got something up
that's
somewhere that you need to take out. But
that's one thing. That's right. That's one thing. BB King, Mr. King, always said. Make sure you're having fun, son. Make sure you're having fun.
gotta have fun. And I tell my guys that before a show, I say, hey, remember, they don't know what we doing. Then we go-
So
or I tell,
you've been back to you.
yes, yes.
You've been doing a whole lot of touring worldwide, international touring. Are you enjoying it? Are you having fun? It looks like you're having a good time. When I ran into you this past summer,
Yes,
you enjoying
I'm
it?
having a lot of fun because I'm doing something that I've always dreamed about. But even to this day, and I mean this sincerely, even to this day, I still have moments where I have to go, like especially when I come off tour. I have these moments where I say to myself, "Bro, do you know you really just did that?" Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like, and I tell
Yeah.
people that because again, going back to that whole thing of living in the moment. Uh,
Yeah.
in my band, I am like the worst person with going, oh my God, we're seeing this. I should take a picture, But for me, I'm just going, man, that's nice. And everybody else is, you know,
Man, you gotta take pictures.
and I
That's why I
know,
do it.
I know. And
You
now,
gotta do it. Look at all those old footages of the Beatles, Little Richard, James Brown, and everybody. BB. You gotta take pictures of your career and your life, man. It's
and
gonna
and,
be
and
it's
I'm
gonna
doing
be
better.
beautiful to look back at and see them. I look back at the early pictures and stuff, and I have some wonderful memories, man.
I mean, I know you look at that bird costume from when you was at Disney. Anyway, but no, I highly agree. This ain't my daddy's watch. So back to what Tony was saying. I do try to take pictures now. And what I really try to do, what I like to do is if I find out, especially when I'm meeting people after the show, if I find out who the photographers were, I try to give them my information or get their information so I can
Screw
have.
that. Screw that. Forget all of that. Make sure you got somebody on that on the tour on that stage or somebody and ask them to take photos for you because these people that take pictures of you later on they want to tell you do not show this picture without my permission. What the hell are you talking about? I can't show my own picture without your permission. Take the pictures because those are your pictures. It's like when people take photographers at shows, they take your photo and then it goes photo by XYZ. Then they go, you don't do that without my post your picture without my permission. That's what I'm saying. Screw that. Make sure you got somebody. Just like when you're the president of the United States, there's always somebody taking pictures. That's your history, your pictures. And like I was
Yeah,
saying, Carlos Santana is the best, man. That dude got a whole history of himself that people go, that's pretty narcissistic. No, that's just making sure you're preserving your history on your terms, not somebody else's, man. That's why
that's true.
people be tripping sometimes. They say, like, man, Tony Coleman starstruck, man. Yeah, I strike stars. Everybody I see that's famous in the music or whatever, or I see somebody that's an artist or even a tour bus driver. I take pictures of people, man, because that's your life, and it's important to acknowledge these people. When you get a chance to do that, you say, hey, man, why do you do that? Because I enjoy my life that way, and I have these opportunities because, like you were saying, you were homeless. I've slept in cars too, done stuff to try to make it. People don't understand that. So when you become successful and you get to be around successful people, you like to be able to say hello to them and go, wow, I had a dream. And basically, that's what I wanted to talk to you about so others who are trying to do what you're doing know that it's a possibility that you can be successful, but don't give up.
Oh, correct. And I saw some young kids at the Cane Biscuit Blues Festival a few months ago, back in October, and I told them, I said, I'm not going to lecture you like other musicians tend to do. I said, but I will tell you this: there's a million songs in the world. You can't learn all of them.
Right.
Play what you want to, play what you feel, learn what you want to, learn what you want to feel. Always put your emotions in your plan. And always, I said, and if you ever come to a moment in your life where you're not liking what you're doing, remember why you first started doing it. Remember when you first had that love for it and never lose that. Because we see it in this business a lot where we can genuinely see somebody loving what they're doing. And then something occurs where they're just like, they start going, I'm just tired. I'm so drained. I don't know what to do. You know, I'm not enjoying this no more. And then they retire or they leave the business.
Right.
And and that's the sad part because you're like, man, I used to see the glow in that person. Like I used to see that aura about them, but something killed it. So I try to encourage, whether they're young players, older players, or anybody, you know, remember why you love doing this.
Right.
Remember. So no matter what life throws at you, whether you lose that job, whether you lose your car, your house, and again, lost it all. I've lost it all. You lose family, you lose friends, and that's in death and that's in life because people will stop associating with you just because you want to do something that makes you happy. Uh, and also, I try to keep people reminded of that in this business. My grandfather told me this before I even got in the business. He said, DK, remember two things. Everybody got an opinion and everybody got a toe.
Yep. That's true.
So if somebody want to say something about you, let them talk. If they want to, say they don't like you, that's fine. They don't have to like you. And I said, yes, sir. And I've been learning that.
Well, it's the truth.
It's the truth. And I've experienced it. I had some people commenting on a video of mine recently. They weren't they weren't very happy about me sustaining a note for a very long time. But this is the thing that I found funny about it because I didn't get offended. I just thought it was funny. I said, well, you know what? Santana, he got that song. I think it's called Europa. You know, he hold that note forever. In Europa. And it's a beautiful song, and I love that song to death. But he hit that, the crowd go crazy for it because that's a signature. Um, but it's also the reminder of that, different strokes for different folks. Everybody has an opinion. And here's another thing that I learned in the business. My mother has really just in life. What's meant for you is what's meant for you.
Right.
You can't compare apples to oranges. If I sit here and start playing drums, I may be influenced by Tony Coleman, but I can't sit here and, start picking up gigs as a drummer and then be like, forget Tony Coleman. Like, no, that's apples and oranges. That's Tony Coleman. I'm DK Harrell. His drumming, even though he may be an influence or a friend or whatever, his drumming is Tony Coleman's drumming. My drumming is DK Harrell's drum. And Tony may say, that boy can't shuffle to save his life. And guess what? I'ma still get paid. It don't change the numbers on my check at all when somebody say, I don't like you. It don't change that. It don't change the love unless you allow it to change the love that you have for what you do. So never lose your passion. Again, remember why you love doing it. And that's what I see with you. That's what I see with you because you always say things like, well, I'm done doing this. I'm done. And then next thing you know, I let the good time roll. Everybody sing. I let the good time roll. Lord, further on up the road. You do all of that. And I'm just like, Tony,
This
you
is
heard
about
me.
DK Harrell. Stop
I
talking about
know.
me.
I know. But I'm just saying that everything that I've been learning and still learning and have learned.
I'm done playing the blues. I ain't playing no more shuffles. I said it on this podcast now.
You want to know why my eyes are closed, Tony?
Why?
Because I already know that what you saying is in about maybe a week or 2 months from now, depending on your next gig, you're gonna be somewhere going, boo, do 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 boom boom, dum 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 dum. The thrill is gone.
I ain't singing the thrill is gone anymore.
Lies,
I'm
Tony.
singing Tony Coleman songs. I got 5 of my own CDs. Why should I sing the thrill is gone? The thrill is
Oh,
gone. I'm gone with the thrill is
blues
gone.
had a baby, and they
There you
named it
go.
rock and roll. I like my blues funky with a whole lot of
I quit the
whole lot of
blues. I
soul.
quit the blues. I ain't playing no more blues. I'm done with the
These,
blues.
ladies and gentlemen, in the drumming and blues world and the music world, Anthony Coleman is telling nothing but stories. You don't like when I call him man.
Did you have to call me Anthony Coleman on here?
Oh, it's so funny.
You know,
I'm sorry. That is
tell
great.
me, tell me something. I'm gonna be nice.
Okay.
Let me see.
He trying to
Next,
find
next,
something nice to say.
next time I see you, I'm gonna put some super glue on your picks and put it on your fingers.
Well, that's fine.
Uh, uh,
I've done it before.
you, DK. You are one of the young black musicians, and I keep saying and putting emphasis on black because there's not that many black musicians growing up playing the blues, which is black culture. And you and Kingfish and Sean, name the guys, Marquise, all the young black guys that I forget their names. Who we
Oh yeah,
got?
I got you. I got you. We got
Name
Harrell
them.
Davenport. We got
Oh,
Sean
I'm sorry. I'm
McDonald.
not going to interrupt you. Say it slowly so to make sure that they can hear it.
Oh yes. So when it comes to Afro Americans playing the blues, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
there's not one or two. There's not three or four. I'm finna count them for you. Harrell Davenport from Mississippi, I believe. Sean McDonald from Georgia. Dylan Triblett from the Missouri area. Stephen Hull from Wisconsin. Of course, you got Mr. Christone Kingfish Ingram from Mississippi. You got Marquise Knox from Mississippi. You got Matthias Latine from Texas. You got DK Harrell from Louisiana. You got Jemiah Hobson, who I believe is from Georgia as well. You got John Tavius Willis. Oh Lord, Tony, we done hit 10. That's 10. You got John
Wow.
Tavius Willis from Georgia. Who else we got? If you want to count, because she's still in, I believe she's in her 30s. You got Vanessa Koya. She is biracial. So she has black blood in her as well. So that's
Which we
11.
all do, but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So that's 11 young black people in the blues. We
And
got
not
some
not that many, not that many young females though, black females. Who do we
no,
have young black females? Young ladies, young people in your generation. We don't
you
have any.
know, if I wanted to count someone or some
Mm.
people, I would count Southern Avenue because the Tyranny and her family, the
Oh
girls that go
yeah,
on
yeah,
there,
them. Yeah, they are great.
they are, I want to say they're all in their late 20s, early 30s. So, I mean, and their singing is great, and they do a great job at mixing.
Yeah, she's a badass drummer.
Oh, TK.
I
Uh,
like them a lot. I like them.
who? I feel like I'm missing some other people.
I'm sure we are, but there
It's so
are
many.
there are, and I'm happy to know that. And what I like about it is you guys, you're all putting your own spin to it, the way you feel, and you're from your generation, because that's a beautiful thing. I'm so happy to see that because I remember working with Albert King and Ike Turner and all these people, man, they passed that torch to us. And now I'm trying to pass it to you guys.
And see, the thing is, every time you pass a torch to me, it's got candy on it, and I don't think sticky torches is you know, protocol in the Olympics. But I get what you're
See,
saying.
see, 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 see,
Uh,
see, see. This always happens to me and you.
but you're right. And here's another thing. I'm tired of people because they're still saying it. oh, there's no new blues players. There's nobody's doing the blues. And it's like, no, there's a lot of us. You're just not paying attention.
Right.
There's two more young men. One of them is named Zach. I don't know his name is Zach Pearson. I want to say he's from the Northeast or something of that nature. And then there's another young man whose name I sadly can't remember. He's a young Afro American because he just did the East Side Kings Blues Festival in Austin, Texas, with Sean McDonough and Stephen Hull. So it's like we are out there. You just need to do the research. You need to pay attention to the YouTube videos. Pay attention to some of these festivals because some of these festivals are now. I mean, no disrespect, but some of these festivals are wising up and going, "Hey, we got to get these young people on this stage." Because the thing is this: the way you get a young audience is by getting the young people involved. So, if you put some young people
Hold
on
up
these
now.
festivals, oh God, here we go. I was doing so good. Yes, Reverend.
Why I got to be a reverend? I just said, hold up now. I'm not a
You
young
said,
person. I can still play. I mean, you just gonna disregard all us older cats, you know?
no, that's not.
You,
That's not. You know
you just
exactly what I'm trying to say, Tom.
trying to say we can't play no more or something, you know?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
Oh, here's a funny story for everybody.
oh man. Well,
You
go
know, saw
ahead.
this
Come
on.
on. I'm already laughing. I know it's gonna be something stupid. Go ahead.
Picture it, Calgary, Canada, the Calgary Blues Festival,
Oh boy, here we go. Talking
summer.
about me. And you supposed to be telling me stuff about you, not about me.
Okay, well, this is about me because you were
Oh.
playing for me. So Tony played on the album "The Right Man." If you listen, if you listen,
Oh boy.
if you listen to the live version of "The Right Man," when my band and I do it, we have these. I want to say it's 8 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. We do these hits at the beginning live. Ba da 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 da. And then there's a shuffle. So that was originally Tony Coleman's idea for the original recording for Right Man, but Kid and Jim had some differences about it. So it was too long of an intro, but I thought it was fine because it's just a few seconds. But we shortened it to on the record being bye bye bye. And at every turnaround, those are those 3 hits on the five. And so we are in Calgary Blues Festival with Wilbert Crosby, who was Aretha Franklin's guitarist, uh, for a good time. Russell Jackson and Tony Coleman, they would, build as silent partners featuring DK Harrell. Man, we started the right man, and we had just had like a little rehearsal. We had just had a little rehearsal. And I said, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And Tony went, ba, 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 dum, dum, dum. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm
What
sorry.
happened? What happened?
And I turned around and laughed and just went along with it because I know how to be professional and go, well, this is happening. Just let it
What
happen.
happened? What happened? Did somebody not play something correct?
But here's the thing. I give you grace because I found out recently because of that song you recorded with Kid and Jim, I think on the Silent Partners record, where you actually have a shuffle song that has bye 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 and the accents. And I was like, man, I owe this man an apology. Because I've been ragging you about it for 2 years now.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
In a
I
few
love
more, in a couple of more weeks, it'll be 3 years.
yeah. So to 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 have those type of moments with you is amazing because
So BB King never played the Thrill Is Gone intro right live ever. No drummer other than Tony Coleman even played that intro right. So it doesn't have to be the same way as the record all the time, but a lot of people make mistakes with their music.
Excuse me, sir. Are you hurt? Are you offended? Is it nap time? Hmm? Pop upset?
Okay, okay.
Yeah, calm down, TC. It's your podcast, okay? We're in your world. Let's bring it down a notch.
All right, come on, come on, come on, come on.
But no, I mean, like the success. I will go back to the other question. The success of that I've had so far has been very beautiful.
Yeah, man, you do great. You do great.
What really,
All you guys, though, seriously, all you guys on the cruise, man. It was so great to see y'all on the cruise, man. Everybody was kicking ass. I really appreciate it.
and out of that bunch, I think we only had maybe three or four, of the Afro American young males who play blues that were not on the ship. So we had a great majority of us there at one time. We were missing John Tavius Withers, Harrell Davenport, and
Mm-hmm.
those two other gentlemen that I mentioned from Eastside Kings. And so, I mean, and I know a time is going to come where we're going to look at a festival one day and it's going to be, it's going to be all of our names uh, on this one big festival, on several festivals all together. Uh, they're calling it for the last 5 years, they've been calling it the Blues Resurgence in the African American community. And, people have asked me how I felt about it as a young black player. And my thing is this: I don't really see it as a resurgence. I feel like it had always been there. It
Mm-hmm.
just took a lot of, in my opinion, because I guess you say it's from the opinion of a millennial, but in my opinion, it took a lot of social media to bring light to it, if that makes sense.
Right.
Because many of us, when we started out, we weren't playing clubs. Social media was our way of getting seen and being heard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if we did play somewhere publicly, it was because someone that we knew was either playing a festival and somebody videotaped us together, or we were at a club and somebody videotaped us together.
Yeah.
Because that recording opportunity is not really handed to you. So you kind of had to rely on it as a young person, in this day and age when it comes to being a musician. It's like the video is
Okay.
what gets you
Okay.
seen.
Yeah.
Uh
So,
so yeah.
so here's what I want. I got 5 questions I want to ask you right now, and I just want you to be honest with me now. Just be honest. Okay. I've been watching you. I've been keeping my eye on you. You know that. So when you're on tour, you don't have a sound man right now. Your own sound man, right?
Yes and no. The reason why I said it is because
Ain't
two
no
men
yes and no. That ain't no yes and no. Either you do or you don't. Okay. Answer. Okay. Come on, come on.
how you gonna ask me a question and then interrupt my answer?
Because that's me. That's what I do. Go ahead.
Okay. I say yes and no because we technically do not have a sound man,
Right.
but two members of my band are sound men.
Yeah, but that's not the question, man.
Okay, no, Sir Tony
Yeah.
Coleman
The
of the
reason I'm
Drum
saying,
Kingdom.
yeah, the reason I'm saying that is because I know, I know you got musicians that know how to do sound and all of that, but they can't play and do sound. They just like you can. Anyway, so you don't have a consistent sound man in your band right now. You don't have a your own personal sound man that can go out in the house and do your mix, and you don't have a monitor guy on stage to do your mixing for you. That travels with you, right?
No, sir.
So how does how does it feel for you when you go from these different venues and the sound is not exactly what you want, but you how are you dealing with it? I guess my question is when the person that's not traveling with you is making the decisions on how your band should sound. Are you having any issues with that? Because I
You
saw a
know,
couple.
uh, um, for me, So this is the first question. I remember you have four more, and Lord have mercy knows I'm ready for it. But with this first, um, to answer honestly, the only for myself when it comes to myself and my monitor, because my ears are, I guess you can say in a sense, sensitive, and I kind of
Right.
hear everything without having to have everything in my monitor. What I tend to do for myself is I just tell, whoever's doing the sound, hey, can I get just my vocal? Because my amp 9 times 10 is on 9 or 10.
Right.
And I even tell them, hey, put a lot of my vocal into my monitor. But as for my amp, bring it down in the house. This is where we're not killing people out there, but they can still hear it. So even if you are fighting against house sound and the amp itself from the stage, you don't have to do that. Just
Right.
bring it down in the house and they'll hear it straight from the stage, especially if we're in an enclosed area. Um, so that's how I handle it. And a lot of times, if not a lot of times, but sometimes I'm exaggerating. There are times where I'll say, "Can you bring?" We'll run a song, and I'll say, "Can you bring more of my vocal up?" And they'll say, "Well, if I give you any more, it's gonna feedback. I can't give you much more." Which 9 times 10 they can give me more because, like I said, I got two guys in my band who are sound guys, and sometimes one of them would go up there and see what's going on. They'll go, "Oh," and they'll press the button, to fix it, or they'll
Right.
turn it off and say, "Well, you had," and I'll be like, "What's the problem?" They're like, "Oh, well, they had too many of this hurts, going on. They just need to bring it down so now they can bring this up for you to whatever." But of course, we don't have the pleasure of that all the time. So the way I handle it is I bought these in-ear things, with they're not monitors, they're not in-ear monitors. If and I learned this in choir when I was in high
Mm,
school.
okay.
If you put your fingers in your ear, you can hear yourself inside your head.
Of course.
Now, the common person is going to think, if I put my fingers in my ear, I'm doing it because I don't want to hear what you have to say. But if you
Mhm.
start talking, you hear everything that you have to say,
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
even with just speaking naturally like this. So, for me, when I put those in ears in, again, my ears are sensitive to sound, not in a bad way, but I hear everything. So, even with those in, I can still hear everybody. And the band, sometimes my bass player may hit a wrong note, my keyboard player hit a wrong note, and they know I have these buds in, and I'll look at them and kind of smile, and they'll be like, "I'm sorry," you know.
Right.
And I'm like, "It happens," but they're called erasers, if I'm not mistaken, and they're like $50, $60 buds you can get from like Guitar
Mm-hmm.
Center in different sizes. But anyway, so to answer your question, that's how I handle it. It doesn't really stress me out because I've seen some artists of a higher caliber, of fame and musicianship and reputation, just lash out, on sound guys, and they'll
Yeah.
have the in-ear monitors, they'll have the whole $50 to $100,000 setup, and they, from the
Yeah.
stage in
Yeah.
front of everybody,
I know. I know.
But see, but even when I watch videos of you with BB, I've seen, especially more in the '90s clips when you were with him on percussion. Every blue moon, you guys start the show, and it was Let the Good Times Roll. And there was one I remember. I want to say it was in Austria or Germany or something, like a theater, and BB comes out, and he's, "Hey everybody, it's only one to let the good time roll, good time roll, good time roll." And he just points at his monitor. He
Right.
points at it and goes like that, because he can't hear himself. But he didn't cause a scene.
No.
So I have had moments like that where I'll point and do like that, and I'll be looking at the sound person, while performing, still, doing my thing. Um, and if they don't see me, we'll end whatever that song is, and I go, "Excuse me," because now you can hear me. The music's over with, and I go, "Excuse me, front of house man or whoever, can you please bring me up a monitor? One,
Yeah.
two. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your patience." Then we
Okay.
go on with the next song.
Okay.
So that's how I handle it.
Yeah. Well, I just noticed a couple of times, like when we were playing together, and I go out. I always go out in the front of the house and listen to you to see what it's sounding like. I would highly recommend that you put emphasis on the house, man, to not let your voice get drowned it out, because you have a really nice voice, but to get a lot of the engineers, they're about all they want to hear is guitar, and make sure you don't allow the guitar is supposed to be when you're singing, most most situations, when you're singing and you stop singing, now the guitar is your voice, so it shouldn't be like your voice is right here, your guitar is right here. It should be like
Yeah.
when you're singing right here, and then you start to play your guitar, the guitar should be at the same level of your voice. But a lot of times these engineers, and I know because it's blues, you want that guitar to be screaming and stuff. But make sure when you do play that they understand, because your voice, your guitar is your other voice, and they both should be strong. It should be no, the band should never drown you out. And I just
Right.
want to know if you've been dealing with that situation. Just
Well,
something I would ask you about.
a lot of times is a lot. Honestly, a lot of times it's not the band drowning me out. A lot of times it's they're not putting what I need on the monitor. And of course, until I say so, because
Right,
they do the whole thing. I'm not sure if you experience it still to this day, but because your whole thing may be different than ours, that's why I'm saying it. So I mean it with
right,
respect. Uh, I know with us, we'll get there, and of course we get on our instruments and we start playing, and setting them where we want them and all that, and then front of house or whoever is running the side guy or whatever will say, okay, who needs keys?
right,
And then then the key players start playing.
right,
Now we're not doing a song; they just start playing. And they go, okay, people's
yeah,
fingers up. And then who needs guitar? And my whole band goes,
right,
oh, we don't need guitar.
yeah,
And then and they go down the line. Then we play a song, and then I go, okay, guys, how you feeling? And they go, yeah, everything here just went away, and I'm
right,
like, because and I'll be honest with you, this is just me, and I'm not a sound guy. I would not dial in things individually first.
yeah, yeah,
I would say, okay, when you guys are ready, just play something.
right,
And then after we play whatever, and I give everybody a little bit of everything, I would then go, okay, who needs keys?
right, right.
Actually, can you bring him down? Because I have a lot of him in my monitor.
Hmm.
Okay, who needs bass? A drummer. I gotta feel that bass. Can you bring some more? All right. Go down the list then, and then do it just one more time. I feel like it's quicker that way
Right.
than okay, you play. Can you keep playing keys for me, please? Keep playing keys for me. Thank you. Keep playing keys. And it's 5-10 minutes of that.
Yeah.
And then 5-10 minutes. So now we've killed hour and 10 doing individual monitor checks instead of just play, put everything and everybody's stuff at an equal level. And then what people need, we'll do it like that. I feel like
Right.
you can cut time that way, but that's just me. I could be highly wrong. Like again, not a sound guy. Now your
No,
second
as long as you
question, Marcel.
no, no, as long as you got a system, and it's consistent, and that'll help you when you don't have your own sound man until you do get one and stuff like that. But now, my other question for you is, uh, what's the most important thing on stage for you to make you feel good? What instrument is it? The bass, the drums, the keys? What do you feel on stage and make you feel like you want to play? That's gotta be consistent right there on you to make you feel good. What?
Drums. I can't lie, drums. Drums. Like I'm not. I'm really not saying it because this is a drumming podcast. I'm not saying because it's
This
you.
ain't
I
no
like
drummer podcast. I just call it Drummer Knows Best because I know everything. Anyway, uh,
that's very arrogant.
no, no, no. I'm sorry.
No. Uh,
No,
But no,
I like Fathers Knows Best. It was a TV show called Fathers Know Best, so I said Drummer Knows Best. Anyway,
oh, that's
so
fair.
drums, that's your thing on stage to make you feel if the drums got to be right there, consistent. That's the way BB was. I just wondered if you were like that too, because BB
I'm
depended
very like
so much on the drums, boy.
prime example when we did our last show together as a band, for this year, we were doing a slow blues, and you met my drummer Ruffin,
Of course.
uh, because you actually helped us pick Ruffin. Come to think about it, yeah, because I sent the recordings and everything. He was like
Yeah,
drummer
right.
number three, and I was like Ruffin, you got the job. Tony Coleman picture, but uh,
He's good.
Ru-
He's a good drummer.
he was doing this thing where we were playing a slow blues. He was going. Like, it was just a lot of cymbal going on.
Oh, I thought that's what you were meaning. You mean it's cymbals.
Yeah.
He was playing a
And
lot of cymbals.
I turned around, I went, "Hey, don't," I said, "Don't do that." And he goes, "Okay." I said, "Give me Caleb Benford and Tony Coleman." I said, "You don't have to go." I said, "It's not Christmas." So just
Right.
I said, "Give me those."
Right, right.
I said, "Switch it up. It can be," and then on certain moments, I said, and then when we build up, that's when you hit the
Right, right.
that's when you can, I said, "But don't do that." I said, we're not riding reindeer. And he
Right.
goes,
It's too
"Okay."
much shimmering going on.
Yeah, too much shimmering. And
Yeah.
and and that's what I like about Ruffin. I love about Ruffin. He is a student of you because he met you in New Orleans. I want to say it was the House of Blues. And he said you had good things to say about him then. And then, of course, seeing him drum on the ship and the videos and stuff, you had good things to say. And that means a lot to him because every drummer that I've had, uh, I can't lie, I have always sent them Tony Coleman drumming, yo. Watch that shuffle. Watch all like the little. I know it's not about you, but I'm just saying that you have played the part that you play in my career. So, because
Yeah.
again, there's not many legendary drummers who can play blues the right way. I put it like that because you are a
Yeah.
multi-genre
And
drummer.
I do I appreciate him allowing me to give him some advice about how it sounds on stage. Like I was messing with him about those drum
Oh
fiddle
yeah.
diddles.
Bye. Why?
And you go bang, and then you go why?
Why?
I hate that. I
He he
hate that.
actually he actually when he first heard you say it when we was on that call in the van and we got through with the call, he was like, "I'm just trying to make the music different." And then I can't make this up. The next day we had a gig and he never did it.
No, because I think about the impact of the ending is supposed to be like explosive, like the downbeat's supposed to be like boom, boom, you
Yeah,
know, and then you hear that's the final beat. That's the finality of it. It's done.
yeah.
Boom, boom. Really? It's like
He
the
never
drummer
did
got to
it.
have the last beat, like when you and I get in an argument, I have to have the last word. It's like that.
I mean, which you never do because I hit you with a good one. You go, ah, that was a good one. That was a good one. All right. You know.
Okay, okay. Well,
Third question, sir.
I'm glad to hear about you like the drums to groove you, and that's in most cases. I never really asked the guitar player about it because most of the most of the guitar players, I'm I'm noticing that you give the drummers credit. Drummer is supposed to take that responsibility of holding it together for you. So yeah,
Well,
that's
we
good.
have a thing where where we'll be talking about the music, and he'll say it, and I'll say it, where he'll say, "DK is the pilot, I'm the co-pilot," and
That's
he's
right.
absolutely right because I mean, yeah, you could do a show with keys, bass, and let's just say that. But if it ain't got that off to it, that gallop, you ain't got that gallop to it, you think on, yeah, you can get people to clap.
And the other thing is stop making all them damn feels in within the structure of the groove. Bang,
Yes.
bang. It's like really.
Yeah, and that's that's one thing I can say. Ruffin has never been like that, where he
Yeah.
wanted to do all these extra feels.
Right.
Because his thing is this: if he had it his way, sound wise, Ruffin, all he would need is like a sub and his back, so he can feel
Right.
that kick. Because he loves feeling that kick, and I don't blame him because I want to hit that boom, boom. I want to hit that thump. And he's not even
And I
hitting it hard. He's not a
and I
heavy
like
footed dunk.
and my other question was about horns. You I noticed you have horns in your band, which a lot of bands don't have horns. And what so tell me, explain to me why you decided that you wanted horns.
I give you 4 reasons. I give you 5 reasons why I decided to have horns.
Okay, what are they?
First reason, Louis Armstrong. Second
Really?
reason, BB King.
Okay,
Third reason,
stop though. Why Louis Armstrong?
okay, there's a movie uh that came out in the 60s with Paul Newman and Sidney Poitier. I want to say it's called
Were they like in prison or something?
no, 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 no. They were in Paris and they were musicians. It came out like around, I want to say like 64, 65.
Right.
And I saw this video when YouTube was like at its height, peak of people's interest. And there's a film, I can't remember the name of the film. I want to say it's called Paris Blues. But yeah, I think it's called Blues in Paris or Paris Blues. And Randy Newman, Paul Newman and Sidney Poitier play musicians. And they're
Right.
playing this like underground club in France, having a jam. And you hear this trumpet. And I actually saw this film on Turner Classic Movies, actually that channel. Because I used to watch that sometimes because the Wizard of Oz and stuff like that would
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
And when you
My
had
favorite movie,
cable,
Wizard of Oz. I get off the track again.
oh, it's okay. Well, you had an acting as one of the monkeys, didn't you? So anyway, uh, so
Time out. See,
no, no. So
see,
like
this
I was
is
saying, you asked me a question, Tony. I'm answering the question. So so this film comes on, and I saw in the little info on the cable box that it said Louis Armstrong was in it. So I was like, oh, I gotta watch
right,
this.
right, right.
And man, you hear this. And the camera pans over to him, and
Yeah.
he's coming down this stairwell, but he's got a whole horn section, no
I
drums.
really like you because we've been talking for 2 hours on my podcast, me and you. 2 hours.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's good. I have part one and part two. So you
Okay.
heard the horns, and go ahead.
And he's not he got this whole brass section. It's like I'm saying it's like 12, 13 of these guys. Trombone, sax, Trump just blaring. And they come in.
Yeah.
I mean, it is killing. So I gotta sing you this. It's killing.
Okay.
And they then have this big jam battling Paul Newman and Sidney Poitier. And
Hmm.
I want to say the fun fact is that I think Sidney Poitier either really learned how to play trombone or that Paul Newman really learned to play sax. It's
Well,
one of the two.
I never saw that movie before.
I'm gonna sing you the clip. It's a bad
Okay.
clip, man.
Cool.
And I learned years later, or recently within the past year, that the song that they were playing to battle each other was Duke Ellington's Battle Royale.
Right. Okay.
Where like I mean, they hitting all these high notes and it's real tense and oh god, I gotta send it to you. So that's 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 reason number one. When I saw Louis Armstrong play that, that sold it for me. And to see his whole crew, those like 15 horns just come walking and playing, I was like, God,
Yeah,
dog, like
yeah.
it was like Al Capone walking in with his goons, like it was bad.
Yeah,
And
Louis
they all
Armstrong was
black,
bad,
they were
bad
all
man.
black. They
Yeah.
all black and they in suits, and it was beautiful, and the whole crowd go crazy. I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah, I
Second
love it too.
reason is Duke Ellington.
Right.
When I was in first grade, I want to say this teacher's name was Miss Smith, black teacher,
Mm-hmm.
who taught us two songs when we were learning about music history and different styles of music. She's also the first person that taught me, what quintet, sextet, trio, stuff like that is. And the song that she played for us was It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got This Swing. And I
That's
would go
true.
home after school and I would type in Duke Ellington, It Don't Mean a Thing. And there's this old black and white footage. Duke is at the piano at the bottom. He's got the big orchestra, and they're like going up rises. And
Yeah.
he starts at dum, 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 and one of the horn players gets up, slam back to it don't mean a thing if it ain't got this swing. And then
Right.
you got the trumpets with the plunger. Wah, 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 wah. It don't mean anything. And I thought it was the smoothest thing in the
Okay.
world, TC. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm going
No,
back
go ahead.
down
Yeah,
memory lane. I'm
yeah.
sorry. And I said, I love that. Third
Yeah.
reason, minute Cab Calloway, Man in the Moocher.
Yeah.
Womp womp womp.
Right.
The way they swell. And it's not even like they're not even blowing their brains out. They cool with it.
So
Just
you
that
always like horns.
always like
And you mean
torn.
to tell me you not putting the James Brown horns in there, man?
Oh, dude, you didn't let me finish. I told you I got 5 reasons.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay. So that's Louis,
Right.
Duke, Cab. The fourth one would be, honestly, the fourth one would be James Brown. The fifth horn section, and you can disagree with me all you want to. This was for me when I was coming up.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, my palette has been expanded, but these were the first five for me. The
Right.
fourth was James Brown, and it wasn't "I Feel Good."
You're right.
It was uh the song is called, and it's not. It wasn't even like a hit song for him. James in '74 had a song called "I Got a Good Thing." Some people call it "Stone to the Bone" in a sense.
Doo doo doom, doo doo doom, doo doo
Yes.
doom, doo doo doom.
Dun-dun-dun.
Got a good thing. Ba da 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 da.
Yes.
Yeah. Ba da ba ba da ba ba da 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 da.
But another song that I enjoyed at
Ooh,
that
ba,
time.
ooh, ba,
Ooh,
ba,
bye, bye,
ooh, ba.
ooh, bye. Ooh, I got a good thing.
Doo
Like
doo
that one.
doom, doo doo doom,
Uh,
doo doo. Yeah, that's grooving.
and then the other one is I got a bag of my own.
Yeah.
Now, baby, stop
I got a
all that
bag.
gathering.
Do my own. Da 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 da
Oh
da da.
God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's it. See, like everybody talk about, Papa's got a brand new bag. Like
Yeah,
that's
right.
cool. That's cool. But that rough period of James's, trying to hit
Yeah,
the charts,
yeah.
it's some funky stuff in there with them
Of
horns.
course it is.
Because it wasn't like the stabs that you hear like in Cold Sweat are there, but they're
Yeah,
not dragged out. If you listen to Cold Sweat is but
right,
but
right.
if you listen to Stone to the Bone or Bag of My Own is, ooh,
Yeah.
pop, pop, it's these quick little stabs.
Right.
Uh which I feel, in my opinion, is what really laid the foundation down for cats like Parliament Funkadelic
Of course. Yeah.
and Prince and Rick James and etc. Because
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
those stabs,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh yeah.
Um, and then of course the fifth, and this is just for me. When it comes to the R&B soul side, I can't lie to you. Almost everything that Otis Redding, Sam and Dave, Rufus Thomas recorded. it's something about the MGs, the Barkays, the Marquis, all those cats. I love the way their horn sounded.
Yeah,
Rufus Thomas, he had silly horns. Da-da-da-da, da-da, like that shit is cool.
yeah.
And I'm cursing. I shouldn't be cussing on here. So you got my bad side coming
It's
out because
all
you got
right.
me all the
It's
time.
not bad cursing. It's good cursing.
But I like those type of horns. Then as I got older, I started. I mean, just so many variations of how
Yeah,
a horn
a lot
section
of
can
lot of
play.
good horns. I mean, for me, all
Lot
of
of
that you said, I love
Earth, Wind,
all
and
of that.
Fire. I
Definitely
like to
Earth Wind.
hear.
That's Mr. Tom Washington. Yeah,
I tell you the smooth. This to me, the most. I'm finna the most. I ain't gonna ask you. I'm finna tell you the most prettiest part to me. And Sammy Davis Jr. performing Mr. Bojangles.
that's a badass song. I love to hear him sing that.
When those horns go, the man could dance.
Yeah, it's a lot of great songs.
That is some musical
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that's
What you be saying?
badass.
Musicality.
Oh yeah, that's
Musicality.
badass.
So
Now,
yes,
my other question before we go, I got three more questions I want to ask you. Now, who who today is an artist, a band, a blues artist that's around that you let me see, how would I say this, because I know it's only like a few of them still here with us.
okay.
But who no, not today. Who is a blues artist, period, of the old the ones before us, the main ones. Who would you want to play in a band with or record with? Whose band, or who would you like that you would go, man, I wish I would have had a chance to play with them? Who is that?
Honestly,
Yeah.
and he's more along the realms of jazz rather than blues, but he's done blues songs.
Yeah, who?
Lou Donaldson.
He was badass, man. He used to tour with us on the Cool Jazz Festival. He used to be on the show all the time, man. I
Lou
love it.
Donaldson. Eric Gale, not present day
Yeah,
Eric
I
Gale.
know guitar player Eric Gale. Yeah,
Eric Gale.
he played with
Uh,
Stuff in the band called Stuff. He
Eric
was a bad
Gale.
man. Yeah.
Um, of the older generation, I definitely. Oh man, I would have loved to do something with Dizzy Gillespie.
He that was my guy. He made me jam with him one time. Made me. Come on, you gonna play some jazz? I said, no, please. Come bring your ass on.
Another person I can think of is I would have loved to have at least sat down with and just learned, and that is his name just was in my head too. Wayne Bennett. I would have loved to have sat down with Wayne Bennett and
Wayne
Mel
Wayne
Brown.
Wayne, man, playing with those two guys, man, it was fun, man. Those guys badass.
And I know some
Playing on
people,
stage with both of them on stage. That was cool. That was some cool shit.
and I know people are gonna be like, "Well, those are the side men. What about the?" No, no, that's the thing. If, in my opinion, yeah, BB, Albert, Freddie, all the front men people like that, they cool. But even the other cats play some hip stuff, man. Like they were playing some.
Mel Brown got a lot of good records out there, and he playing with you know
You know who I wish lived longer?
who.
Joe Scott, the guy who
Oh,
arranged for Bobby
oh man,
Bland.
he Quincy Jones told me. I asked Quincy Jones who was a good arranger. He said Joe Scott. Right off, quickly, bing, just like that, without skipping a beat. I said, "Hey Q, who's a good arranger for you?" And Joe Scott. He said Joe Scott. He said he was badass. He's the man. Joe Scott could write, and that's
Joe
a
Scott.
blues. I used to say Bobby Blue Bland's music. He arranged all blues music. Bobby Blue Bland's music is orchestrated blues for real.
Hmm.
Ain't no 145. No, that's Joe Scott. They got changes, bridges, skyscrapers, every damn thing.
I mean, they. Ba, da, da,
Oh man,
da.
that's some
But
beautiful stuff.
that trumpet squealing, like,
Yeah, oh yeah.
or that
So,
not that's the way love is. Ain't that loving you?
oh yeah.
Build my hopes so high. Da, 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 da.
All of that
Oh,
catalog, man. Blues band used to kick everybody's ass in blues as far as musicality. Bobby Blue Bland was the man, and he is the man. Bum, 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 bum. That was Bobby Blue Bland. But anyway,
Six,
okay,
one,
we
two,
I
36.
got to get you off here now because I could talk to your
Well,
ass all day.
you said you got a couple more questions.
I
This is your
got two more.
podcast. Do what you want to.
I got two more.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
this is
Lay
my
it on.
podcast, but damn, I'll be talking to you all night. But
Right.
anyway, now my last two questions is about you. Where do you want to go with your career and your music? What do you feel, hear, and feel for yourself as your career? What do you want to do?
Honestly, Tony, my goals with and I've seen other artists try to do it, but it doesn't really, in my opinion, it doesn't really cross over the way it should unless it's done in a film. And that is combining like blues and hip hop together. I feel like it shouldn't just be done for film purposes. You know, it should be done a little more consistently to get the younger people, at least the younger audiences. I feel like that.
I've been saying that for how long?
Since 1917, right after the First
No.
World War, right after the First World War. I remember that because we was in the trenches together. I remember that. But no, like you've been saying a long time. Other artists have been saying, you know, especially the older generation, they've been
Yeah.
saying it because. And here's another thing. Not even just so much rap, but even the popular pop and R&B artists. You know, for the longest they were saying before he, went through all these allegations and court cases, they were saying R. Kelly was making a blues album before he, you know,
Well,
had
he's
got
from
arrested.
Chicago. That would have been something he would be able to do. But see, ever
Yeah,
since I heard Dre, I've been wanting to meet Dre and hook up with him because I love Dr. Dre's stuff, his those grooves, and put some blues in it the way I hear it. So
yeah.
we might be able to get together and do that.
Because
So
I would really like to do that. I feel like I can make it possible and make it doable, and I feel like it can be accomplished. It just takes the right mindsets, the right minds to come together.
yeah,
It can't just be like I said, it can't be just like, oh, we doing this for a movie project, so
no, no, no,
let's
no,
put a bunch of sampled stuff. Like it's like no,
yeah.
let's put the real musicians and the real rappers and the real singers and
Oh
stuff in
yeah,
there.
it's gotta be real. It's gotta come
You
from
gotta be
us,
right.
man. It's
It's
gotta
gotta be
come from
right.
us, cause we created it. It's our stuff. That's what it's gotta come from us. Nobody else can do it the way we do
Um,
it.
I mean, if you look at the movie Django, they had mixed Rick Ross and James Brown's
I
Payback
know, but
together.
still,
But that's not
it
it.
ain't. That's not it though.
That's not it.
I'm talking about when you hear James Brown say crackling bread, cornbread, grits,
Yeah. Grits and gravy.
candy yams. Smothered steak. What did he say? A
Some
snake.
steak.
He said smothered steak. What? A
Some steak.
snake. Smothered steak. See, that's us. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about us. You got to put us in there to make it be the way it's supposed to be. You can't do a light version of that, and that's what I'm tired of hearing that being done with the idea. It's like, and I always use food analogies to give an example of what I'm talking about. If I want to go to an Italian restaurant, don't take me to Oliver in a Garden.
No.
Take me to some
I
Italian.
want to go where somebody got shot.
Yeah, well, that's real. See, because all those people you talking about, I've been around that gunplay and knives and
Yeah.
pow and fights, bip, and all of that. So
I want to be around that.
you gotta you gotta you gotta be around that where it's real. That's how it's real.
Oh, another thing I would like to do at some point in my career, because I do have a love for classical music. I
Yes,
I would
sure.
I would love one day to do something with, and I know that's not going to come until years of playing, but I would love to do something with an orchestra, and
Well,
it doesn't even have to be like a recorded album. It can be a
yeah.
situation of just playing live.
Morgan Freeman is doing that with Anthony A. Sherrod. Those guys, right?
Yes,
That's good. Excuse me, folks. I be doing stuff on my podcast. I might be eating a hamburger and talking. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, and now my last and final question for you is one that's real personal for me.
Mm.
Will you be sure and do something for me? Would you find it possible to do something for me when since you do BB? It's a song that I think you would really do it well. That I know BB really loved this song. I would love to hear you sing it. Is uh, God dang it, you can help me with the song. You know BB stuff, and I know I'm not trying to get you to be BB King. DK is not BB King, but BB got a song that I love hearing him sing. The one he's saying,
Hold on.
uh, uh, yeah,
Hold
hold
on.
on.
I
I
feel
feel our
I'm
love is changing. Hold on. I'm not me
me
without you
without you
here.
here.
Oh, we can. That's got some string. So we have to. You have to let me produce you singing that. Can you make
I
that
got
possible?
money. Yeah, you got the
I
money?
love that song. What'd you say? I know it
I
was some
said, yeah,
smart
you
ass
got the
shit.
money. You got the money? Where the money at?
God.
Show me the money. Show me the money. No, I'm just joking. But no, I've actually been thinking about doing that song because it is $1. Well, that'll get some attention. No, I actually like this song a lot. My favorite version to listen to and look at is him doing it. He does it when he was in the USSR in 1979. Uh, that's when he had Calvin Owens as the band director with the big horn section and everything, and he does that. He does that song. Another version I like is when he does. That was a show called Old Gray Whistle or something of that
I don't
nature.
remember that.
Or Gray Whistle. Uh, he he did. It was like a TV show kind of. It was kind of like a quicker, more subtle version of the Midnight Special. So
Yeah.
yeah, I love Hold On.
Yeah.
And actually,
Well,
I'm gonna say this again. Thank you so much for you and Miss Saban dancing the Into the Night. Oh shit, that's how I
hey,
knew we was
hey,
doing
hey,
something
hey,
right.
hey, 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 listen. I'm trying to get off here without throwing licks. I'm trying to
No,
be
please.
straight with you, and because I'm getting ready to say bye until the next time we do this again. But
Uh-huh.
anyway, I make people dance. I don't dance, but yeah, whatever. But listen, two people I seen sing on stage a song that I know it was really touching them. I saw BB sing that song one time where obviously somebody or something was happening because he sang it with so much feeling. I almost cried on stage. He it was like he was really, channeling his emotions. That's he did that on a lot of stuff, but I never will forget that time we did it. And man, it was like, dang, somebody really got him going. He was actually, and the only other person I seen do a song like that on stage where he sang the song so strong, and he turned around. It was Otis Clay. He had a tear in his eye. He was singing this song called "I Can't Take It." My breakfast is on the table. Ooh, and I ain't got no appetite. I can't take it. And Otis turned around, and I saw his eyes was watering. I said, "Damn, woo!" And he said, "Thank you," while he was still down taking his bow to get himself together. He said, "All right." Then he grabbed the towel like he was wiping his face. I said, "Wow, man, Otis was into that." So you can channel that particular song. It's a really good song. I think you would be really good at doing that tune, man. You should think about that. We should track it.
I'm
And
definitely looking
and that
for it.
that's all I'm saying.
Well, thank you, T. I'm down to do that. I thank you for your time. Thank you for the opportunity to do this. I thank you for your love and support. And
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, we all know that I never liked you. We all know that there are other drummers who could have done it better. No, I'm just joking. But uh, But no, I love you, T, and I'm really happy that we was able to make this happen so soon, especially with me being off and everything now. So, but now Mr. Miles got 2.5 hours of
Hey,
nonsense.
we good. We could have two. I like your beard, man. I'm getting ready to grow me one.
Yeah, I'm growing this out because I don't have to go out and look good, and I can be incognito.
I, I'm gonna have my full white beard, a full white beard.
I've
I know
seen
I'm
you
gonna
with
look
the
like
full
Santa.
white beard one time, and somebody told me they thought you was Moses.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. DJ Harrell. I
Yes.
wanted to give you this one of these backstage pass with your license
I
plate
mean, you
on
should. You got a million of them.
it.
You
Anyway,
did 90 countries with the
I'm
man.
I'm DK Harrell, ladies and gentlemen. Love you, man.
Love you too, TC.
And
TC,